Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for joining me on my plant haul of May. And I know last plant haul I said that I probably wasn't going to buy very many plants, but you guys, I think I bought like 15 or 18 plants this month. So I'm going to show you guys the first plant that I bought from the last plant that I bought. I usually like to go store by store, but this time I'm going to change it up a little bit, and we're going to I'll show you the first plant that I bought, and then we'll just go down the month and I'll show you the last plant. The first plant that I bought is this Alocasia, and it is an Alocasia cucullata is what it says here on the tag. And I bought this plant. I went into the grocery store. I stopped in the morning to get a coffee, and I figured while they were making my coffee I'd go and check out the house plants. And this plant was sitting there and I just knew I had to have it. It's so gorgeous. It's been with me for a month now and it's doing really good. I was really nervous to get an Alocasia just because I don't do well with them, but it's been doing really good. I would highly recommend this plant if you want an easy Alocasia. I just stick it by my south-facing window, pulled back. It doesn't get too much light, but it's doing pretty good. I water it about once a week and it's been doing really good for me. So it has grown one leaf here in my care, and I don't see any new ones coming out, but it does have a little damage on some of the tips. I think it's a watering issue, but I was so excited to find this plant and I'm excited to have it in my collection. So the next plant is a plant that I bought at Lowe's, and I got it on the clearance shelf, and it is this Homolomina selby. And when I got it, it wasn't looking so good. It did have a lot of yellow, brown, dead leaves, and I figured I would take it home and see what I could do with it. I also really loved the pot that it was in, so I figured if the plant dies, which I hope it doesn't, at least I would have a pretty pot. And it's been doing pretty good so far. I do water this plant more than I water most of my other plants. It does really like to be, you know, stay hydrated, and it's good so far. It does have some new leaves that are coming out. This one, I don't know if it's going to make it. It was you know, growing when I first got it, and it's still not doing anything, but it does sit close to my humidifier, and it's near the south-facing window, but not too close to the south-facing window. I just loved the pattern on these leaves, and it's just such a beautiful, interesting plant. And I know it's a little more difficult to take care of, but like I said, it was on the clearance shelf. I think it was like $9 or something, so I thought I would try that one out. And so far so good. So hopefully it survives. I'll keep you guys updated on these plants. I think I'm going to do a like a where are they now type video on my plants. That's why I like showing you guys the hauls, so we can document what they first look like and then follow them and see, you know, how I do with them. But this is the Homolomina selby, and fingers crossed this one survives. Okay, you guys, so if you watched my last video, it was the shop with me at the plant bodega. I purchased this Clarinervium, and I was so excited that they had this plant because I've been wanting it forever, and I wanted to order it online, but I was always really nervous to do that just because you never know how it's going to show up, and it's super expensive to do that as well. When I saw this plant at the plant bodega, I just knew that I had to have it. So it is growing a new leaf, but look how tiny the leaf is. I was hoping that it would you know, grow a big leaf for me, but at least it's growing, and it's pretty new in my care, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it, and I'm sure it will do fine. I just love the pattern on these leaves, and I was so excited that they had this plant, and I'm definitely going to go back to that plant store. Not too often though, because I can spend my whole paycheck in that place, but I was just so excited to find this Clarinervium. Okay, you guys, so the next plant on my plant haul is a Thai constellation. And you guys, I've been wanting this plant forever. I finally got it for Mother's Day, and I was so excited to get this plant. My husband got it from Steve's Leaves, and when I first got it, this leaf here was unfurling, and now it's finally hardening off. And the variegation on it is so beautiful. And I was so excited to get this plant. I've been wanting it forever, and I finally got it and added it to my collection. I've been watching this plant like a hawk, and I'm trying to keep the watering just right. I'm trying not to overdo it on the plant, but my goals for this plant is to grow it into a full, huge plant with fenestrations everywhere and just making it the beautiful plant that it is. So I was so excited to get this plant for Mother's Day, and out of all the plant hauls I've done here on YouTube and all the plants that I've bought, I'm pretty sure this haul and this plant are my favorite so far. So I do have other plants here that I was really excited to get, and I'm excited to show you guys, but this one by far is my favorite. So this next plant I got, I took you guys with me. It was a Home Depot. I think we went to Home Depot, a couple of Lowe's. I will link the video above if you guys missed that shopping video. But I got this plant, the Philodendron Fuzzy Petiole at Home Depot. And you guys, I have another one, but the spider mites got to it and it is destroyed. So I'm really glad that I picked this one up, because the other one is just toast. So I treated this one really good with Captain Jack's, and I put some of the systemic granules in here, hoping that the spider mites don't get to this one. But if you guys have a fuzzy petiole, just watch it, because by the time I got to it, it was too late and the spider mites took over. But this plant, I just love it. I just love the leaves. I love the texture of the leaves. I love the fuzzy petiole. It's a beautiful plant, and it is growing a new leaf here for me, so I'm excited for that. And I'm excited to have this plant. It's really pretty. Okay, you guys, so this next plant I'm going to show you, and out of all the plants that I bought this month, I think this plant is my most regretted purchase, and it is the Cissus Discolor. And I knew getting it, because I've had one before, but I knew getting it that it was not going to be an easy plant. And like when I brought it home, it dropped a lot of leaves, and some of the leaves are curling. It needs humidity, it needs watering. It does get some mold maybe, or some kind of bacteria or fungus, I don't know what it is, on some of the leaves, so I chopped those off right away. It does grab onto my other plants, but I have cut this plant, a lot of the vines, I cut them just because the leaves on them were like curling in. I'm sure it's a humidity issue, or maybe even a watering issue, I'm not sure, but it has something to do with humidity, I'm pretty sure. I do have it by a fountain, which gets like about 55% humidity, but I think this plant needs like 70-80% humidity. It is still alive. It does still have leaves on it, but did I even tell you guys where I got this? I got it at Home Depot. I took you guys with me when I got this plant, so I think it was on the same video as a fuzzy petiole. I don't know. I'll link it above for you guys to take a look at. But, I mean, it is still alive. It is still growing new leaves. But it's such a finicky plant. And I would say if you live in a dry state like Arizona, it's not the best plant to get. I know a lot of people can put this plant outside for the summer, but if I put this plant outside, it's going to be dead in like an hour. I mean, it's a beautiful plant, but it's so finicky and it takes up so much of my energy. But the leaves are really pretty. So I'm going to keep trying with this plant, and I would definitely keep you guys updated on this plant. But I'm going to have to say this plant is my most regretted purchase of May. So the next plant that I bought with that plant, and the reason that I bought these two together is because there was a sale, and so why not, right? This plant though, this is I thought it was a Cebu Blue Pothos, but I don't know. These leaves are not Cebu Blue. These more, it's an epipremnum of some sort. This plant, you guys, this plant I'm happy that I bought. It's doing awesome. Has so much new growth, and it's such an easy plant, and it's so pretty. So this one I'm happy that I bought. It sits under the grow light. I mean, I've watered it. I've had it for maybe a couple of weeks, 3 weeks maybe, and I've watered it like twice. So I mean, it's a pretty easy plant. I'm probably going to have to extend the moss pole because it's growing a lot. But it's really pretty, really easy. Happy that I have this one in my collection. And another one that I'll keep you guys updated and show you how it's growing. So the next plant I bought was from Facebook Marketplace. And I've never purchased a plant from Facebook Marketplace before. But I saw this plant and I was like, that plant is so pretty. And I know they have them for, at Lowe's, they were having them, and I just never found one. So when I saw that she was selling this one, I was like, you know, I'll take it. So I bought this Philodendron gloriosum, and it put out this leaf for me, and now it's putting out another new leaf. So it seems like a really easy, fast growing plant. So I'm really excited to have this one in my collection. And I'm going to have to repot it because it is growing out of the pot. The only thing, this leaf, when I got it, it wasn't doing so good. It looks like it maybe overwatered or something. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to have to cut that one off. But so far so good on this gloriosum. And I just love it. It's so pretty. So I'm happy to have this one. And the same girl that I got the gloriosum from, when I told her I wanted to buy that, she was like, I have some more plants if you're interested. These plants are ones that aren't doing good in my care. So she wanted to sell them for a really good price, just in hopes that somebody else could take care of them. So this is a variegated burl marks. And when I first got it, it had this, it had 5 leaves. It had 5 leaves. One of them was all white, you know, cream color, and it just died off. But it has since grown this one here in my care, and it is now starting to grow another one. So I am happy with this plant. It's really beautiful. And I was thinking of putting it on a moss pole, but I think I'm going to wait until the roots get a little more established, and then I'm going to start growing it up a moss pole. But I just thought that it was such a good deal, and I couldn't pass it up. And I was more than happy to take this off her hands and give it a try. So it's another plant here in my collection. So this next plant was a plant that I wasn't expecting to buy. But I went into Home Depot just to see what they, if they had anything new. And this little Pubicalix Hoya, the Pubicalix Splash I think it is, was just sitting there, and I had to take it home. So it was $5.98. I thought it was a really good deal for this huge plant. And it has grown a lot of new leaves for me. So it's doing good. I've had one of these before, but I don't have it anymore. And so I thought I'd pick up another one, and it's doing well so far. I have no issues with it. It does sit under my grow light, and I water it probably once a week just because the pot's so small. But it's doing good, and I'm happy to have this one. It's an easy, really easy Hoya. So this next plant that I got is a Philodendron Brazil. And I bought this plant because I don't have one. So when I saw this at Home Depot, I just picked it up, and I'm hoping that it trails really long and then I can put it up on my shelf and it can hang down. Right now, so far, it's doing good. I mean, it's a Philodendron Brazil. What can go wrong with it? I mean, it's pretty. I just got it because I didn't have one. So that's my Philodendron Brazil, and I'm excited to watch it grow. So this next plant is a plant that I got on Facebook Marketplace. I was like, well, if I had such good luck with the first time, I'm going to try it again. And I'm so glad that I went looking for plants on Facebook Marketplace, because you guys, I finally got a Monstera Thai albo. I've wanted this plant for a really long time, and I just didn't want to pay the price for it. And then I saw when Costa Farms was releasing them, I never found one in my area. So when I saw this on Facebook Marketplace and it looked like such a healthy plant, I had to get it. So she does have it in Pawn. And I've never had a plant in Pawn, but I mean, so far it's doing really good. It has a lot of new growth, and I mean, it has a lot of new little leaves. So I'm really excited for this plant. And it's one that I've wanted for a while, so now that I have it, I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see all the new leaves unfurl and to see what they look like. So that is another one that I'm really happy to add to my collection in the month of May. So the next three plants I'm going to show you, I did get on a video, so I will link that video up above if you guys missed it. These plants, this first one is another Gloriosum. I just had to grab it, you guys. It was $7.98, and I got it at Lowe's, and it's not doing as great as the one that I got on Facebook Marketplace, but it does have a new leaf growing in here. So I'm excited for that. This one, I think I'm going to maybe repot it in some different soil. I'm not sure what's going on with it. It is a little more thirsty than the other one. So I'm going to have to maybe just repot it and see how it goes. But it's still a Gloriosum, and it's still beautiful. And I'm really excited to have it. I was happy to find it at Lowe's, and because I was searching forever for one in my area, and then I went into like 30-45 minutes from my house and I found it. So super excited for that one. And then the next one that I got on that video was the Philodendron Cellulum Gold. So this one was also $7.98, and I just love it. I think it's, you know, a different plant, and I do have like some neon plants sitting up here behind me, so I'm going to put it up there with those ones and make it a whole neon gold section. But it's a pretty cool plant. I've looked online to see the mature version of it, and it's really cool. But this plant is just so beautiful and so vibrant, and it's nice to add some color to my collection. So I'm glad to have it. Alright, you guys, so this plant is also one that I found at Lowe's, and I was so excited to see this plant because I've been wanting it forever, and it is a Maranta silver band. And I mean, it's doing good so far. It does sit close to the south facing window, and I water it probably once a week. So far so good. I mean, it's growing, has new growth all over the place, and it does have some crunchy leaves, but not too many. And I mean, it's doing really good. It was only $14.98, and I've never seen this plant shopping anywhere. So, I mean, look how beautiful and full it is. I mean, in the back it's a little bit not too full, but it's still not bad, and it's so pretty. So pretty. I was so excited to find this plant. So these next two plants I got at the plant bodega, and I did a shopping video on this one. So that was the last video that I just put up. So if you guys missed that and you want to go take a look at it. But when I got it, it was unfurling this, did I even tell you what it is? It's a Syngonium frosted heart. And it was unfurling this leaf when I first got it, and now it already has another new leaf coming out. So it seems like this plant is a pretty fast grower. I think I'm going to put it on a pole. I just wanted to let it acclimate to my house a little bit. And then I will put it on a moss pole and hopefully get the really big leaves on it. But I love this plant. I think it's so gorgeous. And I love Syngonium, and this was just different than any Syngonium that I have. I'm telling you, I love the plant bodega, and I just want to go there every day and just sit there and look at the plants. But this is such a beautiful plant. And then the other one that I got at the plant bodega is this Philodendron Summer Glory. And when I first got it, it was this leaf was like orange. If you watched that last video, the leaf was orange in that one. It was just unfurling. But now look at the colors and how beautiful it is. It's like a copper color, and it has like pink in the leaves. I think even this one does too. But I thought it was just such a beautiful plant, and I've never seen this plant before. So when I saw it, she wasn't even, I mean, she just got it out of their inventory, and she was still potting them up. And so I asked her what it was, and that's when she told me it was a Summer Glory, a Philodendron Summer Glory. And I told her I wanted it. So it's really cool. It's a really cool plant. It's doing good so far. So that is one of the last plants that I bought here in the month of May. I think I have two more plants to show you. So this plant I bought at Whitfield Nursery, and it is a Philodendron Golden Goddess. They had tons of these plants, and every time I'd go in there I would see it and I wanted to buy it, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy it. But the last time that I went there, I was just like, you know what, I'm going to buy it, because they were dwindling down. I think they had like 20 at one point, and then they were getting like less and less and less. So I figured I better get one if I wanted it. So bought this plant, and it is another one that I'm going to add to my neon collection up here. So I thought that these two plants together, I mean, they're pretty much the same color, so thought they'd go pretty cute together. But I really love this plant. I love the growth pattern of it. And so far so good. Seems like a pretty easy plant. So it does have, it's had probably 3 or 4 new leaves unfurl for me. And I just love it. I think it's so pretty, and I'm happy that I finally grabbed this plant. Okay, you guys, the last plant here on my plant haul of May is this Philodendron White Knight. And me and my husband were grocery shopping at Walmart, and these plants were still in the box, so I was checking them out, and I just had to grab one. This one is different than the one that I already have. This one has a lot larger leaves, and the variegation is just different. It's more of like a really bright white. I'll show you the one that I bought at Walmart last month, and we'll compare the two. So last month I got this one, and the leaves, I don't know if it's something wrong with the leaves, but on this one it does have like a brown, like a red color, and it doesn't feel mushy or anything like that, but it's just not white. And so I don't know if something's wrong with the leaves, but it has it on this one. And so that's the one that I bought last month at Walmart. And then this is the one that I just bought. So the leaves are a lot larger, and the variegation is more like white. So they look like 2 totally different plants, but they both say White Knight Philodendron, and they're both from Costa Farms, so I don't know. But I mean, I love them both. They're both beautiful, and I'm happy to have them, but I just wanted to grab this one because it's totally different than the one that I already have. Okay, you guys, so those are all the plants that I bought in the month of May. And like I said, I'm really excited to have these plants. I'm really excited for the Thai constellation. I cannot wait to watch that plant grow. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to have all these plants. Do I have room for all of them? I'm making room for them, but I'm going to have to do a plant room makeover just because these plants are exploding out of this room and I need more space. But I will have to do a video on a plant room makeover. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments, or give this video a thumbs up so I know to make that video. Like I said, the only regret or purchase that I'm not sad or mad about making, but is this Cissus Discolor, just because it's more of a difficult plant, and I don't want it to die. I want to keep it alive, and I want to keep it growing, and I want to keep it beautiful, but like I said, it's like grabbing onto my other plants, so I'm going to have to find some kind of trellis or something that it can grow up and grab onto instead of grabbing onto my plants, because then when I go to water my other plants that are hanging, it's a mess trying to get them all untangled. But I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like the plant hauls, give the video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below. But I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, guys, bye.